psychology. Take slow energy. You're not allowed to die. It's illegal in Nave. Indeed. I'm still alive. Wait 1 second.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Wolfside channel. This week Henrik showed us some new clothing items. Finally, people don't need to wear armor and run around naked. Or now they don't run around naked. So we will look at what Henrik showed us and then I will go through the random questions and answers list.
Okay. Got a little light in the room. How did the PTR test go? It went very well. So we got a lot of feedback, a lot of questionnaire response and so on. So obviously we're very grateful for your participating in those events because, you know, as we all know, it's very helpful to get as wide view as possible and finding issues, balance issues, bugs and so on within the gigantic TC system that we are about to deliver finally. Again, we are going through data and we're trying to, you know, put some kind of prioritized order of lists. There's a lot of good feedback as well from you guys that we're looking through to see if that's something suitable or, you know, design-wise and so on. As I mentioned in the beginning, when it comes to PTRs, we fully understand that everyone is not able to spend a lot of time on a test server where things are not really persistent or, you know, not gonna continue your adventure there. So but you know, in many cases we do have to check and test confirm system that are in the normal state because of certain reasons code wise, just to make sure things are working, things are stable, and then we try to you know, speed up the process, make it more efficient as possible so more people can join in without having to feel some kind of farming or grind. Obviously that's not the main purpose of a PTR server, as you know. But again, overall we are very happy with the result and the test that we have gotten from you guys this far, and it's obviously very, very helpful. This is it. So this is one of the clothing sets that you will be able to obtain, and obviously we're gonna have citizens that also use some of these clothing because everyone can't just walk around in armors only, right? That looks like armor. I mean, it is, here you can see it in normal brown leather. You could call it heavy clothing depending on what material you put into these pieces, right? But this is the light clothing, so obviously minimum impact on your weight, mana management and so on. Mage focus, killing game. This is a freaking rogue focus. Come on, man. We have rogues and thievery coming next also. Obviously we need something for them, right? No, it's not Salban. It's just like any other craftable, and you will be able to pick any material in it, so it can be, you know, have some defense depending on the material you put into it. It's like a World War I prop plane pilot. Going to be not viable. Light armor just doesn't protect enough and lightweight doesn't matter. Tip. So again, you know, I can see your point looking at the current meta, right? But we have to look a little bit more in the larger picture. We are getting rogue thievery, right? Which this would be optimal for because you don't want any penalty on moving around. We also have a few magic schools that heavily focus on how light and thin and light geared you are when you want to move around. If you want to blink and stuff like that, just like, as an example, you can't have any heavy protection then. But utilizing that light gear, you can also utilize some specific movement skills, abilities that allow you to keep that distance from being killed in close combat. That cape part of the clothing or new cape? So all sets usually come with an inspired cape. Let me show you without the cape. So obviously if you just get this clothing set, this is how it looks. Piece is combinable with each other's and it just looks awesome. And eventually we are gonna have hundreds of pieces, hundreds and hundreds, that allows you to do very unique builds. Pirate armor means pirate ships soon. That will depend if the big new next feature, the majority wants, is ships, then we're gonna focus on ships. But that will be on the upcoming roadmap after Epic Games, right? We will announce the next step when it comes to PTR very soon. I think sometime next week, how we plan to do that. We're gonna do a slight change because, as I mentioned before, I wanna do a big push on a new network. So we know the numbers, we know the load, and can calculate with that real players, not just simulation and bots and so on.
And now to the random questions and answers list. Many weapons will come over time, it depends on what you guys want. Throwable weapons, crossbows and much more are planned. Network is improved on PTR and this will go live when territory control goes live. After the territory control patch will be the epic game release patch. Interestingly, he didn't mention the Unreal Engine 5 patch that should come between these two. The final group of elementalism and the entities will be delivered. It will act like a pet but a little bit different. Votings for the content will come after the epic game release where the community gods ask what they want to see next. Adrenaline system and special move system will come. This is the anti-circ mechanic Henrik promised. Also, this will give more combat variety and there will also be special moves for bows and for every weapon type. The item drop chances and the loot tables will get adjusted a little bit and there will also be clade inspired trinkets. These will be completely new. A lot of more spawners are planned. Also, more points of interest will come over the map. The game master tools will be improved and also the server downtime will be less. They are already working on that. Colorblind options will come to the game at some point. The bugged guild list that is very annoying for a lot of guilds is still in the working. Arena system is planned but currently not worked on. Mortal will never be balanced. It's a never-ending cycle and Mortal Online 2 is much better balanced than Mortal Online 1, Henrik claimed. Flattery will come and craftable arrows. Very sorry, but I have to laugh at this every time because I'm hearing this since over 12 years. Hashtag no offense, just facts. Henrik claimed it will be the best sandbox game of all time and that is why they are still here and why they are still doing that despite the haters, the trolls and a lot of other people. Henrik loves Ultima Online and Star Wars Galaxies. The invasion system is planned that some NPCs, some monsters, for example Risers, try to take over the continent and players need to fight back in order to get rid of them. The new player experience in Haven will be improved. Also, it will be a little bit expanded. Just one little side note from me here. The Haven in Mortal Online 1 was fucking perfect. Hats will come someday, a huge variety. Also wizard hats will come. New armors and weapon groups will come to the game. A lot of armors and weapon groups. Fun fact, over 20 armor types are still missing from that we had in Mortal Online 1 but now didn't have in Mortal Online 2. Enhancement system will come for weapons and armors and please Starwood make it better than it worked in Mortal Online 1 please. Archery will also get a lot of love with the abilities and the special move system. The veteran system will come that you have more points available. Action or profession. Yeah, he said action or profession. They are very careful with the balance because this is a never-ending cycle. The dye system will come that you can dye your armors and your clothes someday. Also, the guild emblem and tabard system will come someday. Policies will be enforced to 100%. So don't harass, don't exploit, don't hate speech, and also don't play music that you didn't own over your voice over IP because this is also an Insta ban. I mean, not banned on Insta, but you know what I mean. Yeah, forget it. You're trying to be funny, but it didn't work. Just the German things. With the arena system, for example, there will also be fights over a title. For example, the champion of the month. So you can run around with the title for 1 month. Or maybe you can defend it. By the way, I was also the first champion of Knave. Because no one else came to the tournament. Yeah, the video about how I got the title champion of Knave is in the video description if you want to look at that. The node crashes should be fixed with the territorial control patch. Streaming line and stuttering are improved and also FPS improvements were made and a lot more will come. Henrik also claimed 400 players without a single network lag is awesome and it's a world record. He also said there are no corrupted GMs because they are hired professionals only for that and they are not allowed to play or have any affiliation with any guild whatsoever or any player. The subscription will be cheaper if you take the 6-month or 1-year package. So the subscription for a month would be $14. The other packages he didn't drop any numbers. Fun fact, Henrik had a blood check and he hates needles. So thank you a lot for watching and please leave a like and subscribe and please also comment below. Everything helps, would be fucking awesome. And also ring the bell. And special thanks to all the supporters, of course. Carmel, Professor O, Lukario, Rhonus, Paarthurnax, Cologne, Bulldog, Giovanni, Vargas, Greta, you and all the others, of course. And never forget to make your needle hard. Party hard and see you all next time. Goodbye.